Test.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart is torn in pieces. It's my offering.
Test.
Take me to the king. Truth is, I'm tired. Options are few. I'm trying to pray, but where are you? I'm all churched out, hurt and abused. I can't fake what's left to do.
Come on.
Truth is, I'm weak. No strength to fight, no tears to cry. Even if I tried, but still my soul refuses to die. One touch will change my life. Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn in pieces. It's my offering. Lay me at the throne. Leave me there alone to gaze upon your glory and sing to you. Please take me to the king. Truth is, it's time to stop playing these games. We need a word for the people's pain. So Lord, speak right now. Let it pour like rain. We're chasing after you. Oh, no rules, no religion. I've made my decision to run to you, the healer that I need. Take me to the king. Don't have much to bring. My heart's torn to pieces. It's my offering. Lay me at the throne. Leave me there alone to gaze upon your glory and to sing to you this song. Take me to the Lord, we're in the way. We keep making mistakes. Glory's not for us, it's all for you. Come on. Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring. My heart's torn to pieces. It's my offering. Leave me there. I wanna gaze upon your glory. Sing to you. To sing to you this song. Take me to the king. Take me to the king. Take me to the king.
Hi everybody, this is Robertlawrence show coming to you live from Tennessee. Have a hot topic this morning for you. Hi America, how's everybody doing out there? Today I want to talk about a father's betrayal. One of the topics that needs to be gotten out, the truth. I was betrayed by my own father weeks after being married to my lovely wife. Before I got married, my daddy needed me to come back. He had gotten with a woman who he didn't know anything about, who was taking his money from him, who took everything she could from him. She had more than one boyfriend, and I protected him because he is my father. But I never once thought that he could betray me in this way, in a way that no father has the right to do their own child. My dad knew exactly what he was doing. He planned this all out. I paid his bills. I helped him when he had nothing, when he lost everything because he got behind, refused to pay his own bills. He was stubborn about it, so nobody could tell him anything. He was big-headed. Like my grandmama always say, when you get big-headed, when nobody can tell you nothing, you leave it on your own. So my daddy got to getting big-headed, thought he knew everything, didn't want help. He got to pushing help away. His first girlfriend was getting him into crimes that he shouldn't have been into. And karma has a way of coming back. Like my grandmama says, everything you do comes around. It has a way of catching up with you. And my dad was going in the store stealing things that was like 50 cents, $1.25 that you could actually pay for out of your own pocket. He would go in the stores with his girlfriend and steal detergent. They would scope it out first, then come back later and do the dirty deed. But my father never once took responsibility for his own actions. Like, it's another thing, I would quote my grandmother, who isn't here with us no longer. How are you going to call yourself a man if you can't take responsibilities for your own actions and the decisions that you made in your own life? How are you going to call yourself a man if you're not there for your own kids? He left his kids. My mother, my dad were married. They left us. They left the first four in a hotel room. We were found by two elderly ladies, who found us. Two lovely, nice, elderly ladies who are no longer with us as well. They found us and called the police, and the police took us to the station. Foster care was called. Then we returned over to our grandmother, who's no longer with us, God rest her soul. Took us in and raised us from babies to teens. My father hardly came around, but he always had excuses on why he couldn't come around. That the family was keeping him from his own kids or calling the police, which was untrue. He had a lot of his actions were speaking loud. My dad was stealing from the people who were trying to help him. He stole from the company, siped their gas into his own vehicle, and didn't take full responsibility for it, but he did have to pay the price. He did 30 days in the county jail. He stayed away for 2 months. 2.5 months gone. I never seen my dad again. When he got out, he made bad choices again. When my grandmother died, he took custody of me and my oldest brother, and we lived on Gibson Rails Road, but he still was doing what he wanted to do, go out and party. But you got kids at home. Most of all, he never looked back on his own actions. But later after that, my mama come back in the picture when I was 13. He got custody of all 7 of her kids, including the first 4 that she left behind. And there was questions that needed to be answered. We needed answers. And our mother did not hesitate to sit us down and tell us the truth behind why she left us behind. She admitted to everything. She took responsibility for her actions. She even got cleaned up and went to church. Sung in the choir. She got her own gospel song. When it come down to my father, he was dishonest. He was not forthcoming with the truth. He pointed the finger at my mother, at our mother, blaming her for why they left us behind instead of taking the responsibility for doing it because he was there. They were married. They both were married when this happened. They both left us behind, but he blamed her, stating that my mother was on drugs, drinking. Yes, she was, but my dad was also using drugs and drinking too. My dad did every drug he could find. Cocaine, acid, smoked weed, marijuana. And he pointed the finger at my mother instead of taking that full responsibility. But today, I'm upset because weeks after the same week I got married, a rumor came out about my wife who moved down here in May of 2015 from Iowa. It's his own state. She never knew anything about Tennessee at all. She didn't know anybody here. But she came to the free will shelter until her apartment was ready with housing. And while she was in the free will shelter, they treated her terrible. They showed her no respect. She worked for the owner, but the owner never paid her, which is uncalled for, which is rude, which is not right. They didn't show her. So my dad started spreading rumors about this woman lived in the shelter that he did not know anything about. Instead of being truthful about his own words, he had to make out lies like he's always have in his life to make himself feel good. That's the way and for me to know that my dad is a big liar, when I was 13, I met one of his classmates. When I was 13 and when I was 14, I met him. And I was told, do not grow up to be a big liar like your father. But I didn't understand that then. It took me a while to understand what they meant by that. And I did understand it when I turned 20. I noticed that my dad was still lying, spreading rumors, doing things and not taking responsibilities for it. So weeks after I got married, I had to hear from a stranger that my dad said he slept with my wife. Said that he had my wife, which no father has the right to make up a lie in a rumor like that about his son. He made people believe that I would go behind him, like I'm that kind of son that would stoop to that level. I never even hung around my father. I had my own apartment. I paid my own bills. I had my own money. I never once asked my parents for a dime. My first job was in a factory. And I went through Manpower to get the job. It was NCR, now it's Great Metal Steel. And then I left there. I went to ABB. I worked through Manpower 9 months and got laid off. I saved all my money up. And then I got my job at Pier Suite. I went to them, worked 7 years driving for them, forklift and stuff like that. I never once asked my daddy for a penny, but he had made an excuse. He needed some kind of excuse to try to ruin my marriage. He tried to ruin my life. Make half of the town believe that I'm this son who was still a woman from his father, but it was untrue. It was not accurate. But he did not think about the actions behind that. He hurt my wife, who didn't even know him. He didn't know her. He hurt me. He killed our relationship. But I did forgive him for myself, not for him, so I can be able to move on. Because he's still spreading rumors. I don't know what makes him think that he has the right to trample on my life, but coming to you live this morning, I need everybody to hear the real truth. A father who betrays his son or his kids, it is the most low-down father you can ever have in this world. Thank you, America, for listening.